Good evening, everyone, as we are back here with the National Oval Racing Association. This is Patrick Morrison here with you live here with SimTrax Broadcasting. Stellar will join us just in a second. Quick little update here. We are here extra early to kick off the Indianapolis 500 here with these guys. Definitely a couple of drivers you're going to notice that are out here. 9 are going to be out there on the track, Stella. Few far between, but hopefully we'll see how these guys do out here. They said they're going to put on a great show starting 3 wide. Looks like Dylan Banks, Jacob Malone, Josh Conover will be starting 1, 2, and 3. Brady Moat starts 4th, and 5th is Nick Gillis. Looking for Everett Counts out there. I believe I see him out there in the 32 machine. Yep, that's going to be him. He'll be starting 6th. Cameron Thompson will be 7th. Jacob Gladelick will be in the 8th spot. He's not in a choose cone car. Excellent. And we are hopefully going to see him have a great time tonight. And Jonathan Kramer, which is rounding out the field in the number 3 machine. This should be the Dallara 04 out there. We should be racing, but we have 200 friggin' laps, man. And Stella, this should be an exciting one as we get off to a green flag start. Away we go. And already they're taking off and switching lanes.
Yeah, well, they've got a nice space to switch lanes. We're on a 2.5-mile track tonight. We've got 4 turns, not a huge set of banking, but they've got nice wide tires and a nice wide car, so we should see some good speed.
All right, cars will be churning through this track really fast. I believe during practice, some of the times I was seeing out there were about 41 seconds, so that is very quick to get around a 2-mile track. I don't know about you, Stella. When you watch Indianapolis and the Cup cars, they're pretty quick. They seem very blocky, but with an open-wheeled car, with the tires twice as wide and the car weighing half as much, these cars can really fly around.
Yeah, I think I've heard that description once before. Yeah, this will be my first time of seeing these cars on a track, so you'll have lots to tell me tonight.
All right, and Jay does not disappoint out there in the chat. He is out here ready to go. Man, we had to make a quick change. We thought we had an 8:30 kickoff here. No dice. We are starting here at 7:30 as these guys get wrapped around the track. They've got plenty of time to get this race done, and this should be definitely a solid race. Right now, only lap 2 completing here as Dylan Banks has been in the lead most of the time, but Stella, it doesn't look like anybody's really getting a chance to get a run on anybody here. It looks like they're evenly spacing each other, at least for the long haul here.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, these guys, if they do get together, they can make a real mess out of each other's cars. And with no fast repair tonight and 200 laps, it's okay. That's give them a little elbow room.
No fast repair. All right, well, that's going to be a little tricky out here. You're going to notice that these open-wheeled cars, yes, tires can touch out there. There's no more door banging. If there's a touch, bad things are going to happen out there. I believe I have been able to get a little bit of time out there with some of our other producers and kind of squaring away a couple of different camera angles here. Let's see if we can take a look back from Jacob Malone. That's looking back at Josh Conover. Definitely see how the independent rear suspension, you already see the left rear is moving a little more than the right. The right seems to be a little more firm and steady there.
Sure enough.
Ooh, man.
Oh, I think I just saw somebody else's tire in that frame.
That would be Jacob Malone making the pass here for the lead on Dylan Banks. But Banks shutting him down here on the front stretch. Switch over here by Josh Conover. Conover going to the inside, looking for a shot here, and check out how well these cars handle. Right now, they're doing over 215 miles an hour heading into turn number 1.
My heavens. Yeah, that's cutting the rug, I have to admit.
Yeah, Jacob Malone's going to show you that's not nowhere even close as he sits 3rd, 225 and gaining. That is impressive here. A little snug there to the wall. Looks like maybe Everett Counts or Cameron Thompson may have nudged it there just a hair. So far, these guys are doing fantastic right now. They did a great job by Dylan Banks fending off the shot there by Jacob Malone. 229, almost 230 miles an hour. Out of Jacob Malone out there. That is quick. Right now, Josh Conover does slide up one position here. Two cars are battling side by side, and they are going to continue chasing each other down the backstretch here.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking at some of the stats. These guys, the fastest qualifying records, we're looking at 236, 237 miles an hour in qualifying as being records. These guys are bumping that. Nice job.
Yeah, that they are. Very, very quick out there. As Josh Conover looks like he's got this thing handled. Let's try and see if he's jerking around at all out there. There we go.
What in the world is he steering?
What are you talking about, the Indy wheel?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, let me see if I can get us a better view of the Indy wheel there.
Ah, we had a bit of a perspective issue.
Oh, we were actually had a camera mounted behind his steering wheel to look back at the driver.
Okay.
Look at that move. Look at this move, Dylan Banks.
Wow. It does not take much as far as turning the wheel on these things to really get some response.
No, absolutely not. It is so easy to actually even overcorrect. Drivers can have a little bit of trouble battling each other out there on the track. And right now, Josh Conover is trying to make a bid here for the lead yet again. Here comes Jacob Malone inside. And it looks like Conover is going to drop back to third. Boy, quick cut there by Malone. He obviously feels very confident about how he slides around this track.
Well, you remember last week, Malone definitely knows this track. He stage 1, stage 2, and the final in the regular Cup cars. So I'm figuring about this point he knows every bump and groove to use at Indy.
Well, Indianapolis also is spread amongst many games. If you square even out there, I believe Gran Turismo has this track is known everywhere, and when it's worldwide, Indy cars come here, Xfinity, trucks, we got next-gen cars come here, experimental cars, they test out at this track before they start putting them in tighter turns. I mean, this is the track everybody comes to, and really it makes an awesome battle out there. But here we go again. Jacob Malone to the inside, and I think he finally clears Dylan Banks. So we have a new leader here on lap number 10. Jacob Malone out in front of Dylan Banks. Banks looking to switch it up and get that lead right back, and he does. Cars smashed to pieces on the inside.
Oh, no.
I'm looking to see who that is. Right now, that is looking like Everett Counts.
Ouch. What's left of Everett Counts?
Yeah, left front wheel is about broken off there.
It is. And look at the nose. He looks like Rocky Marciano after a long fight.
All right, we'll try to see what happened to Everett Counts out there, but I do want to get back to our battle for the lead as Banks slides underneath the Jacob Malone here. Still making an interesting shot for the move here. We'll see what happened to Everett Counts. Let's see. I think we got a little something going on here. Let's take a look. Oh, loose it now. Clink. Now you're used to the next gens. That's just a nudge and get back on the track. That is destroying for him. So I think we may see Everett Counts heading back to the garage here. Whoop.
Or?
Now we might be fighting our pit crew. Wake up. All right.
Be kind of a little bit funny, but no. Fix it. No. Fix it. No. Fix it. Okay, fine.
Well, Counts starting in 6th spot. It looks like he may end up finishing in 9th. He's already a lap down here as he's finally got into the pit box. And still churning on. Jacob Malone taking another shot at it here. He's got the outside line. Oh, man, is he going to lose it? Right now, it's Banks and Malone here most of the day here so far as Josh Conover's been watching from the outside looking in. He'll sit on top here of Josh Conover.
So these have open tops?
Yes,
Oh,
they do have I call
a
it a
moonroof.
a halo.
Okay.
So they do have a protective, so in case they roll this over.
Ah, okay.
Whoop. Well, somebody forgot to shift there. See the blue lights flashing down on his steering wheel there.
I see red, yellow, and
Yep. Yeah, give it a second.
green. Okay.
There.
Ah, bingo. Okay. Oh, there's a 6th gear here.
And depending on some of the Indy cars that they have out there, I believe some will reach 7 and 8.
Oh, alrighty. Might as well have a good semi truck and get 10 to 18.
Yep. Looks like Jonathan Kramer's getting a little bit lagging off a little bit here, about 41 and a half seconds behind. Well, 41 and a half seconds is the last lap he ran. It is dropping him down below 9 seconds off pace here.
Okay.
And
That sounds better.
looks like Everett Counts is going to take it back to the garage. I might do it for him.
Oh.
All right, let's get back to our battle for the lead, as it looks like Malone and Dylan Banks are going to go at it. Yeah, let me tell you right now, I think if Jay is rooting on Dylan Banks here, that might be a questionable bet. Right now, Banks has been doing very, very well out there.
I was going to say questionable good or questionable bad.
Oh, man. Trying to see how Dylan Banks is going to pull this one off. I don't know if he's going to be able to get him. Let me see if we can
Yeah.
sit on
Sure we
Malone's
did.
vehicle here. Ooh, look at that shot there by Josh Conover taking a look.
Took a little peek, but not making
You see how
an
close he
entry.
gets to that wall?
Yes.
I think we were working on some angles here before we got this race started. And I did want to see how close these guys do get to the wall.
I was looking at just how close Malone was getting the Banks there.
Nah, he's not afraid. He knows exactly where that front nose is.
Well, it sure is sticking out there. And the shapes on these vehicles are completely different. I don't suppose they're going to do much in the way of drafting. Definitely no pushing.
No, but they try to follow each other. You can break the draft. As you can see, we're sitting on Brady Moats right now, with a driver we haven't talked about quite yet. Number 5 there, you see him kind of reeling him in.
Yeah, he's anticipating having a good night tonight, so we'll keep an eye on him.
Is he?
Yes.
That's always never good to say.
Ah.
Normally, that's when problems arise. I do want to note that the front 4 have made a decent breakaway here, about a second in front of the rest of the field, at least, where we find Cameron Thompson. Thompson needs to work there with Gladelick behind him before they start losing the draft. Way out of spec here. Hopefully they're able to reel each other in. Stella, we see guys starting to fade off just a hair here and trying to come back, get a little more speed, seeing what more they can do out there. I don't know what can be done. What can Cameron Thompson do to make up this deficit? Right now he's sitting 3/4 of a second off Brady Moats now. So at least he's trying to get a little bit closer. The more battling that keeps happening up front, it gives him an opportunity. Check out that move by Conover. Man, it's not very odd. Conover gets in the mix, just can't finish the play. Gets
Well,
in there,
it seems-
gets 3 wide, down to the bottom, gets into the paint, makes the pass, and then just isn't able to hold on.
I was going to say, I think, Banks or Malone there has just a little bit extra space between their pedal and the floor that they they tend to use when it's finally necessary. So otherwise, how in the world could they pull away like that? Are we sandbagging up front? Or they know something we don't know?
No, no, and I don't think anybody would be using any kind of a boost setting that they do have, depending on which vehicle. I know it's not the Formula One cars. I believe they even have an opportunity where I believe you can hit a button and it actually kicks in a little extra, little hybrid motor to help push them forward.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that. I was just like, well, we're running 3/4. We're still out front. We're fine. Oh, here comes, XYZ. It's time to put the pedal to the metal. Whoa, we
Ooh.
have pits.
All right, Stella, do you have any idea how many sets of tires do we have tonight?
Negative. I was not informed.
10.
Oh
10
my
sets of tires here tonight. Looks like
That's
maybe
a lot
our
of
first
tires.
set is going to go on lap 22 as Conover's working his way in.
Alrighty.
I'm looking to see our pit stop speed as we're so used to here on this program seeing NASCAR.
Yeah, we're used to maybe 10 seconds for 8 seconds
And
for,
that's it.
oh my gosh, for just a splash and go. And here, that was
8.75 full tank of fuel and 4 tires.
4 and 4. Wow. Oh my.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it seems NASCAR is slowly getting to this with the center lug nut, and I've heard they've talked about getting rid of the gravity-fed fuel and start making it force feed.
It's not.
What
I
is
thought
not?
it was. I thought it was kind of pressurized to shoot it in there.
No.
No. Oh my goodness. All I want to know one day is I'd like to see the gas can guy without a shirt on.
Oh, how in
Because
the world he's able to hold 22 gallons above his head?
yes.
Well, 11 each
Yes.
time, yeah.
Because a 5-gallon, jug of water is considerable, and he's got twice that, holding it up, throwing it up, grabbing another one. I mean, they could make a calendar.
What? Holy cow. All right, let's get back up here to the battle for the lead with Jake Malone and Dylan Banks that are still going at it here. Right now, Gillis and Kramer sit a lap down, though. We're going to see these guys boomerang back and be able to do a little something for us here.
Mr. Harville, why are you not out here on the track? I see you in the chat.
Oh, wow.
Jay
Wow.
says, swole. Haven't heard that in a while.
Wow. All right.
It's interesting. I'm looking at some of the ages of the fellas that have been racing these Indy cars. And the span is considerable. I mean, we're looking at the winner in 2021 was 20 years old. And then we can even go to 2020 and they're 39 years old. So this to me is that's the top and the bottom, depending on how old you are. One's good and one's bad. But it's not an old man's game here. It's in the Formula One. You've got some fellas with a little more experience still racing. This is a young man's game in the Indy car.
Really?
I think
How long
so.
was Andretti in this?
I will tell you in
There
a
you
minute.
go. Work it. Uh-oh. Yep, boss lady's out there. Off week. Will Harville says he's off this week, relaxing and playing Call of Duty.
Oh,
How
okay.
could you? You'd rather be corner camping than sitting out here racing Indy cars. You sicken me, sir. Jay, I am not going to entertain your calendar at 4. It's not happening. I want to.
Okay. Let's see. Championship from 1978 to 1994. And he was born in 1940. Yeah, he went, yeah, he was in his 50s and still racing.
Uh-huh. That's why when you're talking about range of age, I was going to say, oh no, he was out there for a while.
Yes, but not in these. He was more, yeah, it's a different car. It's like Formula One versus Indy car.
I believe you.
That's what I'm finding.
Yeah, this is the Delara IR18.
Yeah, here. He drove 29 Indianapolis 500 races. And then venturing into Formula One, he ran 12 Grand Prix races, winning the world title in '78. He won 52 United States Auto Club National Championship races. Good Lord.
All right, finally, it looks like Jacob Gladelick is going to be coming down into the pits. He's the only one left who hasn't pit yet.
Who hasn't? Okay.
Yep, so right now we still have our top three: Malone, Conover, Moats. I believe Cameron Thompson is still hanging out there in the back, closer than ever. We are still got these guys shooting out to the side. I think that's what impresses me the most is how much they can dart these cars around without without spinning out. I hate to say that about Everett Counts. We saw him spin out, unfortunately. But just being able to make such a quick move and no recourse. You know, you start jerking around out there in some of these NASCAR Cup cars. That is not an available solution. You start working your way backwards and bad things start happening. Lap 30 underway here, Stella. So far, a couple of lead changes between Josh Conover, Malone, and Dylan Banks, which oddly enough, Banks did come down much, much later and is sitting down in 6th. Conover finally has the lead here tonight, but Banks, yikes. Right now, he's sitting about 6 seconds off pace before he can reach back to his humble first place position that he's been hanging out in all night.
Well, due to the fact that we are at lap 31 of 200, I am not too worried, and I'm sure Jay's not either.
All right. Now, we'll double check and see if our pit reporter is full of it here. Right now, I'm showing Dylan Banks with a 14.48 in the pit stall.
Ooh.
And Jacob Gladelick only had a 10-second pit stop time. Jonathan Kramer, who's sitting down in 8th, had a 13.6. Everybody else hovering around 9 or just below.
You know, normally you'd say, okay, if 8.5 means 4 tires and a tank of fuel, you would think these guys are doing repairs. But I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, if they scrub the wall, there's not going to be anything left to repair.
Yep.
So I wonder what they were doing. Catching a sip of water?
Unknown. All right, looks like I'm able to get something up there for our pit box time up there on the tower.
Outstanding. That's new. Good for you.
Yep, and then I should be able to show you actually which lap they came in on. So we get a little extra juice here tonight. Right, still gap remains here between Malone and Conover. Good Lord, look at that. Malone, like he was standing still. One quick turn there, he's leading by almost half a second, but watch him start reeling him in. Boy, that is an awesome job here.
yeah, there is definitely a difference between these vehicles. Not only, they do race some of the same tracks, but like Indy cars are here in Canada. F1s go to 5 different continents. Yeah, the cars in Indy are almost identical. They use the same chassis and aerodynamic kit with engines from either Chevy or Honda. Everything else, racing teams built and developed to give themselves, an edge. Whereas the F1s, they have a different car design from each of its 10 participating racing teams. And the power units are built from Ferrari, Red Bull, Renault, or Mercedes. Red Bull makes an engine?
They make everything.
No kidding.
Yeah, they give you wings.
Oh, well. Thanks.
Yep.
Huh. F1s maneuver better. Indy cars have a higher top speed. Ah, okay. I was looking, yeah, Indy cars have an aero screen. F1 uses the halo. F1 cars have power steering, and Indy cars do not. It says it's more taxing to drive an Indy car because it's more physical. So I was just, like I said, this is the first time I've seen these things. I figure maybe if I don't know, they don't know either. So I'm sharing. If I'm oversharing, let me know.
Nope, sounds good. For the ones that don't know out there. Lap 37 underway here out of 200. This is kind of going on just a little bit, but I would say it said Jonathan Kramer.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Oh no.
What in the world? And Corey out there in the chat is giving me more information. With Red Bull builds their engines with assistance from Honda.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
What was he doing?
I don't know. Do it again.
He was swinging down toward him. All right, first of all, let's figure out what happened to Kramer here.
Okay. Oh, that's what I meant about just touching the wall and they're toast.
Say it, ouch.
That looks like an instant replay from Couch, to be honest with you. Same tire, same nose rearrangement.
Watch, this is as he's coming in the pit.
Okay, thank you.
What is he doing?
I don't know. Is that target fixation thing you talk about?
I hope not. I think he was trying to move around a little bit.
Okay.
Wow.
He's using all of the track.
Well, there's a good chance Mr. Kramer will be taking it back to the garage. I'm showing 3 laps down and out now. Brady Moats up there, tangling,
No, Poseidon, so.
going up for the lead. Boy, Dylan Banks is back down to 7th here. Yeah, he did. I think Nick Geilis just passed him.
Interesting. Now, we will not have stages this evening.
Nick.
Okay. And with this field, I'm assuming cautions are going to be pretty hard to come by?
Between.
All right.
Yep. I know. I kind of figured a couple of these guys hitting the inside wall may have thrown out a caution, but only involved one. It did not track, I guess.
Okay. No, I was just kind of working out, we saw Dylan Banks up front, fighting for lead and gaining and losing. For him to now be back here in seventh, I was trying to find a strategy, and I am lacking.
Might not have to take, might not want to take tires. That might give him an opportunity. Eventually, these guys will have to, so we may offset pit is what we were seeing before.
Okay.
Back underway here for Brady Moats and Jacob Malone for the lead yet again. Malone trying to take a shot at it here. Don't think he's going to get it, though.
It's close.
Here's the trouble. He's going to have the speed this time. Can he make the clear? Yes.
Wow. But did you see Conover come up behind so quick?
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely closed the gap. Thought Moats was going to be able to get less downforce and be able to keep rolling through. No can do. Watch Moats. Here he comes again.
Do not touch the wall.
See if I got this right. I think I might have a helmet cam here. I'm not sure. Let's see. There we go.
Okay. You put up that side one. I said, oh, look. He's riding with his head out the window like a dog.
Oh, man, look how close he gets to that wall.
Yeah. And you can see the other Moats right there in his rear view.
Yep, see it in the left mirror. Ready? Around. Bono definitely reels him in here.
How do you get a bug splat on your rear view mirror?
That'd be on the glass on the outside.
Okay.
Glass outside in front.
Okay. Sorry. I was like, that's pretty quick bug.
Man, oh man. And they're definitely shuffling it up a little bit here in the front. Now, it looks like Banks may have been able to finally pass Guileless here as these two still toy around with who's going to be in the lead. This looks a lot familiar with Dylan Banks and Malone before. Malone stays and we trade out Banks for Moats.
I am curious whether his strategy is stay out of the way until these guys turn into tinfoil balls and then cruise on through.
Tinfoil balls.
Well, it's a one and done. If these they do not hold up.
Well, let's take a look at something else here I do want to bring up. Best time out there for Dylan Banks, sitting with a 40.52.
He just set that.
Fastest on the track, right?
Very interesting.
Yep, so Banks is now up to 5th. See if he's able to recover. He'll get out in front. Now Cameron Thompson will be the next one. But he's got to make up over 2.5 seconds to catch him.
Yeah, and if you push too hard, we've definitely seen that they when they let go, I don't see much in the way of recovery. You go and you're gone.
You're gone. Yep.
So we have what, a set of 4 in the front, a set of 3 in the back.
What a pass.
Go fast.
Yep. The track's starting to rubber up a decent amount now. See the build up there as we reach almost the 1/4 mark here of this race. Only 2 crashes so far here tonight. Lap 35, Jonathan Kramer ended up getting wiped out, and it looks like, I believe it was lap 10 that ever counts. Ended up getting smashed up. So only 2 drivers out of the 9 had to retire early tonight. That leaves us with Jacob Malone, Brady Moats, and Josh Conover sitting 1, 2, and 3. Cameron Thompson is our 4th place driver. Jacob Gladelick sits 5th. Dylan Banks is moved up to 6th. But looks like Gladelick gets one of his positions back. And finishing out the remainder of our field is Nick Gillis. Out there sitting 7th. And as I say that,
no.
Wabow!
Ah.
Lap 49 is as far as Nick Gillis made it, as he sat out there by himself for quite some time. Let's take a look at what happens to the 49.
All right.
Lap 49, that is. Whoop! Oh, little nudge. Oh, come on.
And again, oh, Lord.
There's something about that spot right there on the track.
Is that really the same place kind of right before pit road entry?
No, this should be on the exit 2 here. See the blue cologne?
Eesh. Yep.
Yep.
That hurt again.
Here's Kramer. Whoop.
Crunch.
Yikes.
Yes.
Starting to feel that Queen song coming on.
Another one bites the dust.
There you go. Not bad.
Thank you.
Not bad, Stella. You're on it. Wow.
Well, I was joking with the fellas earlier that I said, well, at the end of the race, I'll be seeing 1/3 of you. Hey, we have pit activity. 1/3 of you in the interviews tonight. At this point, at this rate, we may be watching just a war of attrition and have our fingers crossed that we will have a full podium. Quit this. Up. Corey Harville's blaming it on you.
Is saying how many miles they're behind.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay. I have not seen that before.
I wonder if because they're stagnant, they're not moving. Jacob Malone working his way on down. Gladelick remains out. Gladelick actually pit about 4 laps later than everybody else. He came in on lap 29. I would wonder if this would actually work out for him in the long run. Drivers who have not pit is no one other than Jacob Gladelick.
For his second,
Yep.
yes.
Boy, Malone with an odd entrance there. Gillis still trying to get repaired. Looks like his nose is at least attached.
Is the pointy part back?
Let's see. Drone footage.
Oh, hey. Not bad.
He's been down pit road for almost 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay. They're working quick.
All right. Still rolling on.
So what is our pit road time frame that we're looking at? I'm just looking because I see that Jacob Gladelick is 30 seconds, 32 seconds in front of the rest of the field. Can he get down pit, get some gas, tires, and get back out and still be in the lead? Or not?
Oh, okay. You're asking like pit lane time.
Yes. Okay. I called it pit road time, but you know what I mean. That's what I said.
Right. So some cool stuff we can have. So here's your pit lap, and we're going to show you the amount of time he was in the box.
Okay. Used to that.
I'll show you That is your pit
Ooh.
lane time overall.
Okay. Okay. So it does take them
Which, yeah,
41 plus seconds.
it gets a little tricky, so here's your gap.
Right. That's what I was calculating already was, no, he cannot get in, get done, get out.
No.
Okay. So what I needed to know. Excellent.
All right. Our handy
Pretty
tower
well.
doing its work here tonight. Appreciate you guys joining us here. Definitely an interesting race here so far. As I said, 1 and 2 are our two guys that are out. 1/3 of our field has been knocked out as Nick Gillis heads down pit road. Still remains there, looking at our time, about 5 minutes and 14 seconds for Gillis. That does leave him down now 7 laps. Gladelick still remains in the lead. Hitting on lap 29, he's looking to split it here. That's putting Banks down a lap. Whoa.
Yeah. I saw Brady Moats do that a couple laps ago, and it just kind of makes your hair stand up there for a second.
Yep, that was close. That's all right. Still turning on. Check up with our leaders, or our guys who should obtain the lead as soon as Mr. Gladelick decides to come on down. Looks like Moats and Conover are going to sit in second and third. Cameron Thompson's fourth. And Jacob Malone. Malone falling all the way down to fifth here. Looks like a couple of tires for him and back out.
Yeah, he didn't have an exorbitantly long, maybe what, 2-3 seconds longer in the pit, but that's didn't have affected him that much, do you think?
Well, if we take a look at the interval between him and the guys in front of him.
That's around 2-3 seconds. Okay.
Yep. Malone's going to have to make up at least a good bit here. Another 2.5 seconds to catch Conover. Right now he's working on Cameron Thompson, though. Cameron Thompson trying to hold on to it, though. Been pretty quick all night here.
And Jacob Gladelick has come back out and, ends up in 5th at this point. After that quick drink and new shoes.
Yep. And there's Banks. Banks still sitting in that 6th spot. Conover still remains second. I think it's a big game of chase here.
Yep. Or at least it's not a game of tag. That's a little bit more dangerous at these speeds.
Right now the track's looking pretty, starting to darken up a little bit. You guys will notice down there on the track from our angles. That track is starting to rubber up just a hair. And these guys are going to start really sticking on the track, and I'm wondering if it's going to create too tight of a condition. Guys are having to overcorrect and end up pulling down. So we'll see if tires are going to be needed. See if Gillis is still looking to fix that machine. He's at 7th, wants to get back out there. Yep, well, there's Malone sliding in 3rd.
So now when you get them rubbered up, as you say, and it making them too tight, we're talking they're sticking to the track? Oh. Oops. Sorry. I kicked my trash can. I thought they were going to collide. Little body English here.
Right now, as these guys continue to roll through here, Stelling, you're asking if... What's the question? I'm confused.
You said the track is rubbering up.
Yep.
You said, which is going to make them tight.
Yes.
So that should mean that they are sticking to the track.
Yes.
Yes? That is bad?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Loose is fast.
Oh, Lord. Hey, we're back to Days of Thunder.
Yep, here we go. I'm telling you, Robert Duvall knew what was going on, and whoever gave him his lines at least had a half a brain.
I was going to say, he read his lines real well.
Yep.
Loose is fast.
Right.
Okay.
If you're tight, then you're having to fight the car. Sometimes when you have a loose car, the car will actually do what it needs to do. You just have to keep it within boundaries, parameters. You can let the car roll out of a turn if it's starting to get loose. If it's starting to get tight, then you're actually having to turn, and the harder you're having to turn to keep it in the turn, if that makes sense. The more you're having to put steering wheel input.
Okay.
So the tighter that car gets, and the tighter it gets, the car won't roll. And you do want some rolling of the car to maintain the momentum through the turn.
Okay. Oh, well, let's see. If it's not rolling, doesn't it take more gas because the tires are sticking to the thing? But you're saying it takes more steering.
Right. Well, it's a bit of both. So if I'm sticking, now all of a sudden I'm not really sliding around the track. I'm not really able to push. I can maneuver, but sometimes a rubbering up of a track, depending on where it is, if it's where everybody's sliding, it could actually create a soft spot. Or a loose sliding spot, so like on the exit 4, on the exit 2, and I think that's what's catching these guys by surprise, is heading into 1, you're perfect. I mean, it tacks right up. Look at this. I mean, you see
Down
Josh
low,
Kahn over here,
pushing.
hooks, no problem. But right here is where everybody rotates out, gets down to the bottom, and it gets loose. Right there when we get to the wall.
Okay. This is when you wonder if you do a gopher cam, does it like decapitate them? These things are really low.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Slick. I have to admit, though, a full field of 87s and a gopher cam doesn't get any better than that.
Nope. Nope. Well, you should be super excited. I know this is kind of throwing it to another level. The Bandit Racing League has announced the first car they'll be using for the upcoming season, and that will be the 87s. Whether it's going to be in that order where it's going to start out with the 87s or a different vehicle, let's say if it's 6 or if it's cup cars
Or a truck.
Right, or a truck. It could be one of those.
Cool.
I'm just praying it's not dirt.
I think it's gonna be a dirt. Maybe like this one. It'll be like just one special race. Tell me how you really feel.
Not how they do it, and it's every third week you're back to that car.
Oh dear.
Or back to that vehicle. So I don't know. Oh,
Happy
it's not
thoughts,
dirt.
Patrick. Happy thoughts.
Please not dirt. Please not dirt. Please not dirt.
I watched a couple dirt races back when you were starting and I wasn't. And no. Mm-mm. Yeah. That's not for me. I can't. I don't have enough energy for that. They're kind of crazy. You know, they're getting all riled up. There's tiny tracks and there's always something going on and everybody gets all whooping and yeah. No. So if you check the website of Simtrax Broadcasting, put in an application. Ooh, Jay says he might be there. And he says it's okay to throw back to Days of Thunder, but not Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
I've never seen Talladega Nights. Should I admit to that on a racing broadcast? I just, I can't do him. He's just too, ew.
I have no idea. All right, Stella, we're gonna give everybody here just a moment, kind of take sights and the sounds of the track, and we'll be right back around about lap 75.
Excellent. Welcome back. Day late, dollar short, lap later. Here we are in lap 76 of 200, and currently we are looking at Josh Conover in first, Brady Moats in second, and about 3.5 seconds behind, Jacob Malone comes in, followed by Jacob Bladelick and Dylan Banks. Cameron Thompson is heading into the pits for a quick splash, and Nick Geilis is still down there. Oh, for 5 or so minutes this round. So still working on that repair.
Yep. Shame
Do you
there for
think-
Gillis, though.
Yes. Yes. But he's sticking it out. I give him that, versus, just jumping away and going and play Call of Duty or something.
Shout out to Corey. Take that.
Ding! That's for saying curse at the commentator. We take that personally.
Yep. All right. Well, this should be interesting out here so far. Brady Moats, Conover, and Jacob Malone. 1, 2, and 3. I'm glad to see Malone is trying to return back to the chase of these guys here in the front. It is definitely difficult to make up almost 4 seconds here. I don't know what he's going to change up here, as Malone has been one of the faster guys out there on the track. He's had a few different options of ways to speed up out there, but he's losing some ground each turn here. Hopefully we're going to see Malone be able to kick back and be able to coast to a win, as he has been ever so strong here at Indianapolis. Stella, I am a little bit beside myself to see how spread apart these guys are, and we're not even halfway through the race.
That is true. A nice little stage caution would bunch them all back together, but that is not happening this evening. So we will have to work it. What do you say you think Mr. Gillis is sitting in his car while he's getting repaired?
Sure. I think I know where you're going with this. Do it. Do it.
I'm trying.
Excellent. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if we can grab a hold of the number 98. Let's see. Mr. Gillis.
Hey.
How you doing out there, buddy? You getting comfortable sitting in that car?
Well, yeah, we're done with it.
Oh.
The damage caused some wheel damage that can't get fixed. So I tried to go back out, and it's 90 degrees to the left to go straight, and it's just not viable. Try to drive around with.
Aww.
So we're making our way up to the top of the pagoda to get to race control.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Up there to race control. Has there ever been a thought of a stage coming out here? Because these guys are separated by football fields out there before they start finding each other.
Unless it comes out naturally, it's not going to. Just kind of keeping with the whole IndyCar vibe, and even to note, for if we get a caution at like lap 199, that's it. Race is over.
Right. Holy cow.
So,
Well, it's just kind of a bummer. We saw Everett Counts slam into the inside wall. We saw Jonathan Kramer hit the inside wall. And then you break loose and kind of clip the inside wall as well. And just doesn't give anybody an opportunity to recover, and it kind of seems like a bummer here.
yeah, I saw what was going on in front of me, and they had their moment, Jacob and Dylan. And I just kind of backed off a little bit too much and then got on the apron. And the back end stepped out, and we hit the outside wall. And that was pretty much it at that point. But, yeah, there wasn't really much I could do once it got sideways. They're still putting on a great show. I mean, Brady and Josh switching back and forth. I think Cam and Malone are trying to work together to try to get on strategy with Jacob, potentially.
Jacob is running his own race out there tonight. The
Yeah,
Flatlick version.
he's running a strategy that I thought of running prior to the start of the race, which was just to run it as dry as you can, just about, and try and get an extra pit stop on these guys if they're going to keep stopping like that, because eventually he's going to be, as long as it stays green, he's going to be 20 30 laps between when he pits and they pit.
Oh my. Okay.
Mhm. So it's strategy I've seen work out in real life at Indy. And it was what I was thinking, but then I just kind of went away with it because I had my own issues already. So
Very, very risky though, isn't it? I mean, unless
it can be, especially if you end up in a position where you don't have any drafting help. But it could also work out really well if you're uh, able to get that extra pit stop. I mean, Jacob right now is 30 seconds ahead of Brady where he's at now. If he gets to a point where he's got an extra pit stop on them, I mean, he's just going to be 30 seconds ahead.
Yeah, we watched. They're running about a 41-second pit lane time, and so he would really have to gain, I'd say, a good 10 seconds on running before he could pit and be able to come back out and really make up that pit time to where he has an extra. Correct?
Yeah, so he's roughly he's actually pretty much in the wheelhouse where he's coming out about 4 or 5 seconds behind them.
Okay.
So I think right now he'd come out around where Thompson is if he pitted now, maybe just behind Banks or so.
Okay. Yeah, I think he came out 5th last time.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a huge gain. How many pit stops would he have to do in this offset style to be able to have a whole one, in the bag?
It probably would occur closer to the end of the race where he finally gets that. It'll
Okay.
probably be maybe even the last pit stop.
Ooh.
But if it works out for him, it could be huge. It's like we said, it's a risky strategy because if you fall off pace or lose out, you could really put yourself in a bad position. But even now, where everybody is, Jacob or Josh and Brady are still running similar lap times to what Jacob's running by himself. So
Yes.
it's not as much of a risk for him right now running that strategy. So
Okay. Well, we have one of those. Dun, dun, dun. Let's wait to see.
Yep.
Nick, what could have, as the track starts to kind of wear in a little bit out there, what are these guys out there feeling? Are they getting nervous that the track's starting to get a little too tight, or is it, are these cars just still driving like they're on a rail out there?
So everybody seems to have a different way that the cars, even though it's a fixed setup, there's ways to set these specific cars up actually that really can cause differences from everybody else. I know Josh said when the clouds were coming out and the temperatures were getting cooler, his car was in its perfect state, and he was loving it. When it gets hotter like this, I think his car's getting a little tighter. I know Malone's is getting looser in this. Mine, as it was getting hotter, was starting to find its perfect zone just before everything happened for me. But it was definitely feeling better as the sun was out and the track was heating up. So it kind of varies from car to car on who's feeling what and who's really in their happy place with the car.
All right.
Darn.
Gladelick working his way down pit now. That means Conover should go ahead and retain and get back into the lead with Brady Moth following behind him here. Nick, I'm interested to see how the rest of this race goes, man. It could be kind of go either way. Jacob Gladelick, it could go his way if his pit stops go right, and it could definitely go Moats, Conover, and Malone here that seem to be within striking distance. If everybody works together and continues to push up to the front, so we'll see how it goes, and we may call back for you, Nick.
Well, let's
All
have
right.
him get his shout outs while he's up here. He's done us all these interesting. No?
Yeah, we can get his shout outs. I figured he was going to say, thanks Josh Conover for being a butthead and keep leading the race. Well, do your thing, buddy.
No, thanks to you guys for being here to broadcast. And I know it's a smaller field than I think even we anticipated. It does go to show that our 87 500 still reigns supreme.
Yes.
Can't wait for that in the spring. But
Yeah.
thanks for you guys and the other admins that helped put on this on a weekly show. And I'm gonna look forward to getting back to the NASCAR cars. I do love the Indy cars, but I don't have any luck. That's why I run the Marco paint scheme or the Marco number, because I have about as much luck as Marco Andretti does.
Oh. That's almost like setting yourself up. That's no good.
That's fantastic.
Well, I run the 3 too.
Yes.
You are.
Oh my gosh. All
About
right,
as much
Nick.
luck as Austin Dillon in Cup cars. So.
Bro.
Ouch.
Well, we can't. Not every race can be thrown your way like Kyle Larson.
Well,
All right, Nick.
I'm a
we'll,
Larson fan. I mean, it definitely was.
Damn. All right, Nick. We'll catch up with you later, buddy.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Stella, you know exactly what race I'm referring to. There is no doubt that Indy race, I think, was rigged.
Oh, you know, you see one thing that happens, you go, you see 4 things that happen, you kind of go,
Well, we push start the guy going. There were 3 people spun out on the backstretch, and we wait for the white flag to come out first.
Yes.
And then we go ahead and throw the caution, which it was an immediate ending to the race. I am, not a fan of that one.
Yeah, that was a little shady. But, what are you gonna do? Everybody there was extremely happy. So, whereas I noticed everybody in the stands booed when they introduced Denny Hamlin, the fans in NASCAR, I must admit, are not afraid to make their choices known in a loud, sometimes abusive manner. Oh, Jay out there doesn't like Denny either.
Uh-oh. All right, well, he's asking for it. Wife will be out there in the chat to light him up. Yep, that'll do it. All right, Stella, well, what do you think of this race so far? I mean, we got Brady Motes and Conover going forward here a couple of times. We got Dylan Banks and Malone fighting side by side here. Bat should be back for the 3rd position, which, oddly enough, finally starting to come into play. I think these guys might have a chance at it. They are battling amongst themselves, though. And Jacob Lytle sits 5th.
They're 3.5 seconds behind. They're definitely battling amongst themselves. Gladelick gets to be in the front when he does his off pit. The only person we're missing that had taken a couple laps in the front is Thompson. So come on, Cameron, get up there.
Cameron would definitely need a nitrous boost here to reach up and see if he can go out there and touch him. It's looking pretty tough. Stella, what do you say? We'll grab somebody out there from the chat.
I think that'd be fun.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and do it. Jay Tway, are you out there, my man?
Yes, you are super loud, too.
Bro.
I can hear you now.
Okay. That would be him yelling. All right, Jay. Dude, you've been watching this race from the chat out there. Talk to me a little bit about this race and what you see upcoming. Oh, jeez.
Welcome, Jay, to my world.
Oh, there we go.
First time I've even seen these even going around the track. I've never raced these at all.
Yeah, they're very touchy, and I would say even some simulator racing drivers out there actually change their wheel. They get away from the NASCAR wheel and stick more to an Indy wheel.
One. Yeah.
You do?
I don't know.
Bro.
Down. There you go.
All right.
You're gonna bleed. You know you're not gonna make it bleed.
Making your ears bleed.
What? Yeah, you're loud.
Bro.
We're loud.
Turn your little headset volume down.
Yeah, Rook.
Turn Stella up. So. Turn the person on actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh no!
Did you... What?
I didn't hear that. What did he say?
To turn him down so that I can turn you up so I can actually hear you.
Wow. All right. Well, you can fix that in the Discord, my man. Holy cow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, these cars are a whole new thing. I thought there was actually doing actual like Indy cars. Like, what are these?
These are Indy cars.
Oh, I haven't watched Indy cars in probably the last 20 years.
Yeah. A lot of changes have happened. Probably. As old as you
I
are,
have-
you're probably used to seeing the Formula Vs.
Probably. What I heard. What? I just realized what car.
Alrighty, check it out. Looks like Brady Motes still has the lead here. Josh Conover sits second, waiting to see if Malone, I think Malone just crossed over there with Dylan Banks. Ooh, Malone almost breaks loose there.
Talk about crossing over. My heavens.
All right, Malone might be dropping down to the 5th position. Jacob Gladelick slices to the inside here. Battle for the lead. Looks like it comes to a conclusion as well as Josh Conover gets in front of Motes to continue this race on through. Stella, we're at the halfway point. We got Jay Tway here.
Finally.
Out there in the broadcast booth. And yeah, I'm
Finally
gonna say-
halfway.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say if everybody out there had chipped in a little bit and we had 18 drivers, I think this might have been a little more dicey out there, but we are still hacking away at it. 6 drivers
yeah.
still on the lead lap, though. 2 have taken it back to the garage, and Guylis is apparently going to leave the car like Kyle Busch did at Darlington.
Ah, the one where he kind of pulled off into the cones and got out and stalked away.
And walked away.
Would we really talk about Crybaby Bush?
Ooh.
That's another one I hate.
Oh, God.
One of the many reasons I quit watching that crap.
Oh, man. Nah. No, it's still good out there. It's just it's very odd to see which direction the cars are going out there. You know, it's kind of like these cars here. You know, when they start nailing down Red Bull for cheating. Well, technically you haven't made quite the rules for that. So
And who's
then
got
they
the
get
bigger
penalized
paycheck?
for a rule they make up.
He's got the bigger paycheck too.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife out there is going, Jay.
Yep.
So she may not be so happy when she reads the chat, though. Jay, she's a
Okay.
Denny Hamlin fan.
Good move here by Brady Motes. Slicing to the inside, though. Gonna take it over the lead. Away he goes. And Conover
For
not
his
going to be able
parents,
to
he
get
would be
back.
a race winner. What?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
La la la
He
la
turned
la.
you down. He turned you down just a little bit too much.
Let's check out Conover, still battling for the lead here to the inside line. Around he goes. Brady Motes is going to be looking at his rear bumper once again. Let's sit inside of Brady Motes here, and I think there we go. There's his helmet cam.
Cool. Since it's been so long since I've actually watched the race, I don't think I can know any of it. Except for Chase Elliott, maybe.
All right.
Welcome to my world.
I like NASCAR when it's NASCAR.
Yeah. Definitely when it's tough. Notice how Brady Motes is downshifting around the turn. And
I'm
that
getting
definitely
so much experience racing these cars on my racing. I've not even seen these cars before.
That's all right, Jay. You do know the track, though. The track is ever so famous. Come on, we all know about this track a little bit here. Right now, remember, Stella, we were talking about the guys were behind by about 3.5 seconds. They've now caught up to 2.3, so they've shaved off another second here as they're hopefully able to catch up to our guys here in the front.
Yeah, but at this point, still, Dylan Banks, nobody has made the 40.5 second lap that he has. So we know what he has in the tank and what he has capable. I'm just waiting to see if he's going to get up past that 4th position and see the podium
He's
tonight.
still got 95 laps too.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
You got plenty of time.
Yep. Well, but I also want to take into account that Nick
his
Geilis out there was saying that it was the perfect time for his car to come alive out there. I wonder if that would also be for the same story for Dylan Banks out there. Is his car was running right at that time, but as the track starts to heat up, it's starting to come apart. You all right, Jay?
Saw your wife emote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to lighten me up. She ain't gonna be happy with that. It looks like Cameron Thompson in the pits though, and working his
Right.
way back out.
I hate Kyle Busch more. That's right.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, he only had a 9.9 second pit stop, so looks like he was free and clear as far as getting fuel and tires and not having any optional repairs.
That's
Good,
all right.
good.
Yep, back out he's going to go, but Cameron Thompson, boy, he is off pace here. I think it's going to be taking a look at his interval here. We're at least 51 seconds and a lap down before we can find Jacob Gladelick.
Yeah.
I can always make Banks not like me either. I don't like Jimmy Johnson either.
Oh.
Never liked Jimmy Johnson.
Well, when guys start winning, that's when they start complaining why they don't
Yeah.
keep winning.
I'll give you 5 championships. What? Huh?
All right, taking a look out there, Jay. We're kind of keeping an eye on Brady Motes, Conover, and Jacob Malone sitting 1, 2, and 3, and now Malone's getting some separation from Dylan Banks, which is good, at least for Malone anyway. He's getting out there by almost a second. It should be able to almost collect up our 2 guys here in the front, and I'm hoping to see everybody kind of collect and get going at it again. Do you think Malone, if he's able to catch the front here, Jay, that he's going to try to make a pass, or is he just going to hang back to the pit stops?
Why wouldn't he? If he has a chance to make a pass, why not?
I would wonder if he's fighting out there by himself out of the draft, if he's going to be running into any fuel trouble.
Or just stay up behind them and stay with their draft.
Yeah, and then try to fight. That's what I was saying, and possibly fight it out in the pits. As Conover makes another pass there to Brady Motes heading into turn number 1.
I'm still getting used to seeing the tracks their cars go around the track. I'm used to big, flashy, like, paints on the side of them, and all you see is wings and tires on these. I can't even see the numbers.
Yeah, taking a look at it here. Stella, take a look at Jacob Malone. Every time Motes and Conover pass each other, he shaves off another tenth of a second.
Yes, he does. I was noticing we got him in the screen, which is an improvement. We can get him in one screen with Motes and Conover. But yes, it's almost a half a second every time they change places up there. So I'm sure he's hoping that they'll just keep on doing that.
Oh yeah, just keep doing it. Well, they actually, oddly enough, the entire field is actually starting to catch up. As even Dylan Banks is only down by a second and a half.
Only Dylan Banks. Wow.
Well, Jacob Gladelick, he's only off by 2.1, but we're still watching how he's on an offset pit strategy. He came in on lap 89, and all right, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're going to try to duke it out inside of the pits. Jacob Gladelick will stay out
Cage fight.
and get the lead here, and let's see how it goes.
He's got the best paint. You can actually see him. I now understand what Stella's always talking about.
Well, honestly, I think Geilis has the best. Look at that beautiful color. I mean, you can even find the roof of his pit stall.
And I never noticed how bad it is to try to see what car is in front of you when you're trying to look at the little teeny number on their bumper.
Yes.
It's not fun.
Yeah, Patrick has particular, I won't say peculiar, I'll say particular talent for remembering these cars, their paint, their numbers, their drivers, and it's just mind-boggling. I sit in awe. I'd stand in awe, but
That's alright. He'll like mine when I get racing.
Oh,
right.
yeah, we just got to get you out there on the track. All right.
Yeah, not parked.
Yeah. Brady Moats, Jacob Malone, Dylan Banks, Josh Conover. And Conover flops here. And Conover goes from the second position on the way into the pits and leaves in fifth.
ouch. And no unusual pit stall time.
No, he actually had the fastest time in the pit box, but slowest down pit lane.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, everybody else was running about at 41.82, 83. He ran at 44.77.
Now, we did see some smoke coming in. Somebody was making sure they weren't speeding into pit lane. But why that would have affected him so, I'm not sure.
Your guess would be as good as mine, unless they locked in that speed and they're able to keep it going.
What car is this again? The NORA?
Yep, IR-18.
Okay. Yeah, so this is not the freaking engine.
Negative.
That's a DW.
Mm-hmm. Definitely got to pay to play out here, especially where these guys are believed stellar or even running for money out here.
Oh.
They chuck a little bit
Tonight,
into the pot, and they should be winning something here. Obviously, it's based on the amount of drivers. So it looks like somebody's going to be able to take their girlfriend out to dinner maybe here at the end.
Yeah.
It all depends. If it
McDonald's.
might be a McDonald's night, it might be a
DQ?
DGI Friday. I don't know.
Absolutely not negative on the DQ.
You guys.
Oh, Lord.
All right, well, we still have Jacob Gladelick out front by almost 35 seconds. Not bad here by Gladelick. I'm noticing
That's
that
gorgeous.
most of this time I have not seen the number 14 car taking tires very often here tonight. There seems to be fuel and goes for him, and he may be only taking right side tires.
I don't know. You said they could get 4 tires and fuel in under 10 seconds, and that's right about where he is. I don't think he's taking tires.
No, I'm not sure. I see the car getting jacked up, so I would assume it's getting tired. I'm just wondering what some of these pit stops that range between 10.5 and 14 are.
Yeah, true.
There's
Do
so
not
many IndyCar looking.
Yeah,
Wow.
iRacing definitely makes sure they have a plethora out there for anybody who wants to drive a different vehicle. Whoa, man, look at all the smoke there from Gladelick.
He just
Well,
warmed his
this-
tires up at the time.
If he's speeding, that will completely negate
Everything he's done.
everything he has done, because he'll have to come either sit or do a drive-through. Not
Yep.
sure what the penalty is here.
I'll definitely keep an eye. Oh, missed the box.
I will say it looks too far on the right side. No, never mind. I guess that's just the way their pit boxes are.
And 14, 15, speeding penalty.
Oh,
He looked too fast.
that hurts.
It's the
That's-
color.
22 seconds,
Oh,
25 seconds in
think-
the box.
So
You
fast
think Jay's
standing
got
still.
some shout-outs for us tonight?
What?
Do what?
Huh? What?
You think Jay has some shout-outs for us tonight?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you're supposed to be rooting on Dylan Banks here, buddy.
Yeah, that guy. Well, I already know he's gonna win.
Who did you pay?
Yeah, have faith in me. I never knew he could actually be racing. Well, of course, I also didn't know the car existed, so yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're behind the 8 ball on that one.
Yeah, it definitely changes the way you drive the vehicle. It's
Yeah.
not. It's a
You don't
lot,
want to brush the wall because you're finished.
Right, that's it. So you do have to be a lot more careful when you're
Open
driving
wheel.
around everybody else, and you do pick up the speed by almost 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, back when I was actually actually watching it, yeah, cars are completely different now. I've seen people wreck over. They like run over top each other. It's like a ramp.
Oh
Crazy.
yeah.
Yes. Up over each other's tires. Well, they
Uh-huh.
still do that in dirt.
Close. I think my wife was even saying something that one of the guys had clipped the outside wall, and they said, "What happened?" He said, "The wall moved." They said, "No, it didn't. The wall didn't move." And sure, exactly what happened. They went out there and measured it, and turns out the wall had moved in over a quarter of an inch to the inside.
I'm gonna say, were they at Rockingham?
Well, no, they were
Oh, no,
here at
that's North-
Indy,
that's
and that was the
North
thing,
Wilkesboro.
is they didn't expect it, and it had actually moved from a previous wreck in the race. So just to show you how close they get the tires to the edge of the wall.
Safer barrier.
Right. So we'll see how it goes. Stella, 80 laps left to go here.
Yes.
Jacob Malone has returned back to the lead. Brady Moat sits second, but he's within striking distance. Dylan Banks is less than a second, and Conover sits 1.5 seconds off pace here. Still a lot of race left to go, but Jacob Malone hold on to this lead that he had earlier in the race.
I don't know. Like you say, there's a whole lot of race left to go, and anything can happen. I mean, we just saw Jacob Gladelick have one tiny error. He is now a lap down, and Cameron Thompson actually has regained his lap for the time being. So looking first to sixth, we are Moats, Malone, Banks, Conover, Thompson, and Gladelick.
Yep, Gladelick did have to serve a speeding penalty, 48 seconds in the pit box. So he's going to be working and fighting back. We're taking a look at Dylan Banks at Jay's roof.
Yeah, we good. Yeah.
Yep. Right now, Dylan Banks' biggest fan of Jay. Way here. He's sitting third right now. Jacob Malone trying to hold on here. Dylan
He's
Banks
playing
all
with
over his rear bumper.
He's just playing with him. It's like a cat. He's just waiting to pounce.
Yep. And he is trying to take a little bit of an opportunity here. See when to strike. It does look like he is sitting back, though. Ooh, Banks, little tail whip there.
No whipping. No whipping.
Still keep watching this race. Moats, Malone, and Banks, 1, 2, and 3, waiting to see if Conover is able to gain any more position out there on the track or any more ground. Seeing that he is still at 1.5, 1.6 seconds off. He's trying to work on it. But it doesn't look like anything has much changed out there for Conover. Conover was slower down pit lane. Banks was slower in the box. And, about half a second slower, so it's just a matter of tenths that guys can make mistakes out here. And I think that's exactly what we saw happen with Jacob Gladelick out there, and why we saw him lock it up while he was down pit lane. As he was trying to slow down, and I think he well missed that mark, unfortunately.
Very unfortunate for him at this point in the race.
1, 2, and 3. Banks looks like he has a bad turn. Fell off. He was up there messing around with Malone. Now he's dropped off by almost 3/4 of a second here. I'm wondering if he's reaching back, trying to grab a hold of Josh and pull him to the front. Seeing that they are teammates, I believe, out there in Flatline.
Now, since there are no... Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, you just tester water. That's probably what it was. Seeing if he could pass him.
Oh, yeah. You talking about reeling up there and trying to pass Malone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Mike, I think my cheek keeps. Oh. I'm gonna hit the wall.
Yeah, Dylan Banks nudging the wall there. That wasn't good.
That corner of the wall does look like it comes out of from the safer barrier.
Yeah.
It's. Yeah.
And it does pop out, and as the track continues to change, I'm wondering if it's starting to get a little touchy out there for our drivers, especially Dylan Banks, that we got our eyeballs on now. Definitely between 1 and 2, but Stella, talk to me a little bit about this race here so far. Lap 126 is underway. Moats has the lead, but remember, Moats was blinking a little bit earlier. We've actually seen Moats actually drop out of some of the races due to connection issues. Do you think he's nervous?
I would be. He did have an internet crash earlier, but from what I understand, he's
Don't jinx
sorry.
him. Don't jinx him.
I was gonna say, but from what I understand, he's all solid now, so he should be fine. And if you think about it, if he gets an EOL, it's not the end of the world.
I mean, it's only a few. Paces back, spots back.
Yep. All right, Stella, is this race a winner takes all?
I do not believe so. They have not hipped me as to what the prizes will be tonight, how much and how distributed. But I'm sure at the end, if we wanted to, Josh Conover would be more than willing to let us know.
All right. Well, we might poke him here toward the end. I know they got to tally up the dollars.
Poke the bear.
All right. Right now, Malone is sitting second, 3/4 of a second off. Seems to be everybody's lucky number. Dylan Banks now stretches out to a 1 second deficit off the back of Jacob Malone's machine. And Josh Conover within 4/10 now. So now I think he's going to hopefully be able to reel in his teammate and work their way to the front. But I'm really concerned here, Stella. If I'm not seeing these guys in a pile and they're not passing, they're pulling away.
Okay.
If they're nose to tail and first and second are pulling away, as long as they're not passing, they're leaving the field. But
okay.
the more they keep trying to pass each other, the more everybody keeps reeling them in. Notice how Malone and Brady Moats, they're not messing around with each other. And now they put Josh Conover 2.1 seconds behind. They're putting Banks even farther behind. He's still continuing to wheel back here. I'm wondering how much that's going to come into play later on here in the end. But I think, Mr. Thompson has a problem.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened here on lap 128 for him. Oh no!
And another one. Not another one.
Did
Oh no!
Hang
No.
on. No. Oh.
No!
Oh no!
He had
right in the middle.
saved it. He saved it and
That
then crashed
That
out.
was so close. So now, the first one was up further. The second one was that corner. Now he was in the middle. It's something about that part of the track.
Yeah.
It's like a magnet.
I was gonna say, just don't tell me it's Atlanta after the update.
Oh, where people getting fished up down the wall.
That was bizarre.
Right. One
Or
teammate
driving
passing
the truck,
another
period.
here. Jacob Malone out there with, I believe it was Beer Money Racing out there. The only one. Everybody else is out there with Flatline, so Malone
This
having
is not a points race. This
Correct.
is not going to
fun
count for or against them. So
No, it's a team
whether-
bragging rights.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
it's racing for money and then it's the team bragging rights. I was just saying that Moats, Banks, Conover all work together. Malone has been flying almost solo the entire year. And once again is out here flying solo.
Well, if his teammate would ever show up.
Yeah, I know Joey Stats has a few things going on out there outside of iRacing, but hopefully we will see him make a speedy return. He definitely would love to have his teammate when he gets into the playoffs. As Malone has been doing a fine job all season over there in the Cup Series.
It's very nerve-wracking for somebody. Not saying that he just started doing it, but to be there out there by yourself doing it.
Yeah, and normally when you get talking to somebody, you get drivers like Vincent Arthur, Brady Moats, you get around Josh Conover. If you're not 100% sure what you're doing, these guys will help you. They'll teach you how to race. They'll and kind of when you work around faster people, you get faster yourself trying to hang with them. or work harder. When you're working by yourself, you kind of have me, myself, and I as a as a teammate. It makes it a lot harder. Of hey, what can I do to improve? And unfortunately, that's just what we're seeing now. The rookie of Jacob Malone having to really fend for himself out there. And Stella, that is just something you see few and far between, but Jacob Malone is really making the best of it.
Yeah, he is, as far as being by himself out there, he's doing well. I mean, I have to give him the pick for tonight, just in that he owned this track last week. Car smart. A lot of it has to do with knowing these turns and knowing the banking, etc.
And knowing the car too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I believe we also tuned in. I think he said even during officials, he ended up, I think he won one of the ones in the officials. And still trying to fight it out there. But that should...
Them officials can get rough.
yes, that they can.
Especially at the lower class.
Yeah, that's why people try to drive as clean as possible, increase that rating on your license here in iRacing, that way you can move up. But it still can get a little bit messy at times. Notice how Gladelick is still there in the back. Boy, he would love some sort of caution. And trying to figure out what is going on. And to Stella, to your question, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we are not zoomed in to what I am providing. So, we're off by just a hair there. But right now, Brady Moats and Jacob Malone still chasing each other out there. Josh Conover, Dylan Banks sitting 1, 2, 3, and 4. Jacob Gladelick, unfortunately, is a lap down due to a speeding penalty as he sits 5th. And, Cameron Thompson taking it back to the garage. That leaves us with how many, Stella?
Oh, no. 6? No, 5?
5 drivers left.
5.
Got 5. Woo!
Yep.
Well, you have a better than 50-50 chance of making the podium tonight.
Yeah. Oof. Well, that's going to be rough. Well, hopefully we're going to see a little something going on here as Moats, Malone, Conover, and Banks. Right now, this is going pretty well.
I mean, we have seen a lot worse.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot worse.
Well, Stella, can you tell me any idea why when we look at the cars, and I'll put up the track position, notice how our guys in 1 and 2 have separated by almost 7 seconds over our guys in 3 and 4?
I don't know, because they're not sticking close enough together, really, to have any draft, help between the two of them, I wouldn't think. They don't exactly make an air bubble, in comparison to a NASCAR. I don't know why they would be able to pull away quite so fast and so hard.
Yeah, or why? Why? And I'm trying to watch some of their last times, and they're actually fast. I just don't see why we're not catching them at this point. That's their last lap times now.
Okay.
They're
Well,
almost
they're
matching
running...
speed out there, but it's not. Doesn't seem to be paying off at all.
No, it is not. Now, Conover being the only one that is really off pace at this point, I'm curious to see how long it'll be before the second group, because he's running all by himself, kind of in the middle. And if he keeps his pace off by a second, they're going to catch up to him here in a minute.
It's like Banks is the wall.
Yeah, you wouldn't think right now that these guys would be any kind of fuel savings here watching this race. Sitting right now on top of Josh Conover here. He is shifting down to 5th. Probably bumps it up to that 6th here. Yep. So it's not like they're locking themselves into 6th gear.
Yeah, but there's what I was talking about. He just got passed by Dylan Banks. Oh, and he just took out the wall.
That's how fast it happens.
Oh, wow. That was a pretty speedy entry into pit road.
Well, the
Gee
front
whiz.
nose cone is broken off. I'm not seeing any.
Tire issues?
Yeah, we do
He's
have a
got
cocked
that
wheel,
sideways wheel.
Yeah.
Yep.
though. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Dylan Banks here. Sat on top there with Josh Conover. Whoop!
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to be
wiggle.
wheel issue. I mean, tire issue. His front two tires are no longer perpendicular to the car.
It was a nice 180 though. Whipped it around.
Yeah, it does look like he is crab walking there just a hair.
Yep.
Looks like that left rear is trying to lead the right rear. That's not good. Alrighty. So Stella, how many does that leave us with?
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Yeah. I think Patrick is cursed. I'm starting to believe that more now.
Holy cow.
Oh.
Now,
You know
Brady-
what? We're gonna throw you back to the wolves.
Maybe we should let Stella take over.
Why does everybody keep saying that? I really wish they would stop saying that.
Boy, it's Timmy
Hey, you
Ray
did
in the
pretty-
booth.
Yeah.
Y'all did great that one day that he was late. I thought y'all did great.
Oh my heavens, that you have no idea how nerve-wracking that
panic.
was. Yes. If you didn't hear that in my voice, I am very surprised. Ha ha ha. But yeah, let's not do that again.
This is all Patrick's fault.
Uh-oh.
Who just blinked?
That's Brady
Uh-oh.
Motes.
Yeah.
No.
Yep, that's what I've been calling for. Right now, Brady Motes is praying to finish it. Right
Wow.
now, our pit length is looking about that 30 lap mark.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
All right. In
So-
that case, we are looking at Jacob Gladelick is going to be due here pretty soon.
Yes.
Hey, he's back on the lead lap.
Well, yeah, he still has to pit.
I know, but where's he gonna go? Okay. Oh,
Sweet.
this is different. I have to say we've done long races. We've done long races with attrition. We've done short races. We've done short races with lots of cautions. And I'm just kind of rather beside myself. We've never quite had won this.
Spread?
Where we may end up with only the podium finishers racing to the line.
Yeah.
Well, we can
Yeah,
try.
looks like.
What do you say we talk to Dylan Banks? There he is.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Dude.
Not much.
All right, first of all, the
didn't
wiggle,
just cry a
the
little
wiggle
bit.
was one thing, but were we attempting to head down pit road?
Not at all. That was not what I was trying to do. Just try to adjust the weight jacker because I was tight in dirty air and loose in clean air, and I just misjudged it. It got really, really loose in clean air, and I tried to lock it down and save it the best I could, but couldn't do so. So it is what it is. I had fun tonight, and I look forward to seeing these guys battle it out for the win tonight.
So, what adjustments can you make in these Indy cars as you race?
Well, a lot of guys, like at the start of the race, they adjust like the rear arm bar and the front arm bar. But like when you get to this point of the race, you kind of don't want to be messing with it. You kind of just want to adjust the weight jacker. If you go up on the weight jacker, it loosens you up, and if you go down on it, it tightens you up. So it's just honestly, we're all just messing with the weight jacker, trying to get the car balanced. Because the track temp and all is going up, so it's not helping at all either. But it's really, really tight in dirty air and really, really loose out in clean air. And that's what I was struggling with, Brady was struggling with. Josh and Jacob were all struggling with the same thing. So I hated that. Got loose air out of 3 and 4. It just snapped on me real quick. So
We were
yeah,
riding in Josh Conover's seat there when you all of a sudden just went left turn.
Like, no.
yeah, it hit. I think I had a bit of an overcorrect that just sent it. I tried to lock her down, but and gear it down, but it just, yeah, it was no stopping it. It was going way too fast, but yeah, I screwed myself earlier in the race twice. Barely tapped Jacob and or both Jacobs, and had 5 seconds of damage on the front wing each time. So I had to take a little bit longer pit stop than everybody else and just screwed myself in that way. And then got lucky and did all I could to fight and claw my way back up there and get in their draft. But track team going up like it is right now it's a struggle. It's a struggle. But first time really running these cars, never ran these cars, so I'll say it's a win, even though I'm ranked out right now. I'm fine with it. I got 30 laps into the race out of 200, so not too bad.
You got experience.
Well, I don't have any in these cars.
Yeah.
This is the first race I've ever done in these cars, so it was a lot of fun. Learned a lot that I can put forward in the future. So just grateful for the opportunity. Grateful to be able to do this every day.
Cool. All right, man. Well, hopefully we'll see how the rest of this race goes. If there was a driver out there you point your finger to, who you think is going to bring home the win?
Well, if I had to say right now, I think it's Malone. He's got it figured out. Dirty air, clean air. He made some adjustments and looking really strong. I think Josh has a chance too. I think he had a little bit of damage. It was costing him so bad. Even though it said he didn't have any damage, he felt like he had damage. He was just slow down the straightaways. But if I had my eye on anybody right now, it'd probably be Malone.
All right, and before I let you go and get your shout-outs here, a weight jacker. Talk to me. What in the world is that? For anybody who's out there who has no idea.
Well,
Like me.
It adjusts the height of the car, of the right rear. So if you go up on it, it'll raise it, and if you go lower, I think it is. I get confused sometimes on
Well, that
both
could be
of them.
what happened.
Well, I know if you go up and down, all you had to do is adjust the clicks. If you go up clicks looser, down clicks tighter. But it basically just adjusts the ride height. I'm pretty sure if you raise it, it goes up, and then if you lower it, it goes down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just basically the ride height of the car.
Cool. All right. Well, that's definitely good to know. I wasn't sure. Being able to make an adjustment on the fly like that is awesome. The only thing I've ever been able to adjust is just brake bias.
Yeah, well, that's what you have in the Cup, Xfinity, and trucks. About all you got. So
It's running out for a wreck wire adjustment.
yeah, that's the real struggle right here. Not losing it while adjusting it. But it's pretty. These things are pretty cool. You can adjust so many things in these things. You can adjust the arm bars, the weight jacker. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. You just got to be very careful not to over adjust, because if you over adjust, it's worse than under adjusting. So you just got to make sure to be careful. I didn't touch the arm bars at all because it's such a big adjustment. So I just messed with the weight jacker to help loosen it up in dirty air, and it came back and bit me. So
No, you were doing something right, because you ended up with the best lap time out here tonight. So you had it going there for a bit.
yeah, I did. I just screwed myself on getting into both Jacobs barely. Just misjudged it both times. One in the pits and one behind him, and I think it was turn 1. But I only had 5 seconds of damage each time. But that 5 seconds of damage it's critical. It really is. These cars are just so aerodynamically uh, they rely on him. Yes, they rely on aero. So any cosmetic damage, that's all it takes. You're 5 mile an hour, or not even 5. I would say a couple mile an hour slower down the straightaways, and it really shifts. It could either be really loose off of that damage, or it could be really tight off that damage. It just depends. But I think rear damage makes you looser, and front end damage really just makes it plow. So it's a learning experience. I'll take it and move on. Hopefully we can do another one like this soon. I had a blast out here. Thanks to Josh for putting this on tonight.
Shout out
Something
time.
different.
Oh yeah, you got big shout outs. Josh for putting this on. As always, I can't. It's horrible right now, Patrick. If you want to know the truth, no racing sucks, dude. I hate it. This is the worst 2 weeks ever. I cannot stand it. In real life and on the sim, it just horrible, man. Like who wants to watch the Olympics?
Yeah, really.
Hello.
No comment on that one.
I'd rather
Wow.
I'd rather go 500 laps around iRacing Super Speedway than to watch the
Yep.
Olympics.
Wow.
I'd rather watch
I hate
paint
iRacing
dry.
Super Speedway. But yeah, big shout
At
out to
least
y'all in the
it's not
booth.
Winter Olympics. It could be worse.
Yeah, oh, somebody lost. Who was that?
Brady Moats.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that sucks, yeah.
wow.
Well, it's either between Josh and Jacob. I think Jacob's got this one in the back. He's really good at Indy and really good in the Indy cars. He's got a lot more experience than all of us, so it don't surprise me. Josh is really talented too. All these guys here are really talented. They really are. But yeah, big shout out to y'all for being in the booth, watching 9 cars go around the track.
Yeah.
Sorry there weren't a lot of people. It sucks. It really does.
Well,
I
at
think
this
we had
point, we're
18.
going to have more people in the booth than we do on the track.
Yeah.
You realize there's 4 on the track and 4 in the booth.
Well, I will say, Stella, when we get back to Richmond, when we go to
Yes.
Richmond, I think there's going to be
Okay.
a lot of people coming back ready
Good.
and excited. So, and I'm
Good.
one of them. I'm ready to get back in that cup car. These were fun tonight, but I'm ready to get back to my love of the cup car and the
All
trucks.
right.
But
Yeah.
thank y'all for doing this tonight. It was a pleasure. It was a blast tonight. It's a cool experience.
Yep.
And thank you, Jay. Thank you for being up in the booth tonight, dude. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he kind of just told me to come up here. It's like, okay.
It
Yeah.
wasn't a hard sell, Dylan. Trust me.
Save me from typing.
Oh, I bet. But
I know the chat is silent. We got to put him back out there. Everybody's going to think he's gone.
Wow,
Oh,
she's trying to get
I
rid of
know.
me already.
Ah.
Well, I'll go out there and be in the comment section for y'all.
Okay.
Attaboy.
Okay. you and Corey Hartville.
Yeah. Is that his dad? Is that Will Harville? Is that his dad?
No, that's
Corey?
him.
That's Corey.
He says that's his government name.
Government.
Will. Oh, that's awesome. That's what I'm gonna start calling him from now on. Thank you
Will.
guys for that information.
Big
Oh
Willie style.
dear. Well, I'd say I was letting some cat out of the bag, but that's what he put in the chat one night. I just happened to
Mhm.
remember it.
Well, y'all have fun. Thank y'all for being in the booth tonight. We really appreciate y'all as always.
All right, Dylan. I'm sure we'll talk again.
Oh yeah, can't wait for Richmond. Bring it on. Let's go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Dylan. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you guys.
All right. Gonna do it for Dylan Banks there.
Man, I forgot to make a comment on his paint. Darn.
Oh,
Watch
There's a
this.
car.
Boom. And go comment on his page. So now Jacob, Josh, and Jacob are sitting here in the top 3.
yes. Triple J. Let's do this. Oh my goodness. Well, Jacob Gladelick, though, is 45 seconds back behind these fellas. That kind of means to me we should see him up there in the front. Yes. And that also means that if he keeps at his current pace, he may get lapped here in a couple rounds.
You think Jacob Gladwell will go another lap down?
I think so.
Huh. It's possible.
See,
Now,
He's
we've been
got-
talking this whole time, and no one said anything about what happened to Brady Moats. Ouch.
Well, not repairable, huh?
Not as hard as that left rear hit.
Oh. Yeah.
See the wing?
Oh. Oh, yes. I'm afraid so.
Or as Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, you have been terminated.
Man.
Down he goes. Right now, Jacob Malone, Josh Conover, Jacob Gladelick. Right now,
And
that's
we have
Jacob Malone
39
way out here. And we can reach
39
that.
left to go.
And here they go. Alright, so it looks like Conover's going to move in front of Jacob Gladelick.
Okay.
I still a lap down. Conover, I think, is just looking for a little draft assistance here.
Gladelick's hanging behind him pretty good. He should get something. My.
I wonder if I can grab.
Oh dear.
Yeah, let's see if we can grab him. Have one of them there conversations with him. Let's see, Brady Moats.
Yeah, I mean, I just
Hello,
right there
hello.
that last little stint. I mean, my car just got tight. I don't know what happened. I mean, it felt like a dream. There out front and behind in dirty air, really, when I was just managing my stuff behind Jacob and Josh, and man, I don't know, it just got tight right there at the end, and there she went.
Man, we were even kind of debating whether you were going to have enough internet connection to make, because you were making a few blinking rounds out there. You had some trouble even before starting the race. You know, honestly, looking from the outside in, you had a decent race up to this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing how the Starlink's working. I've been out of internet for the past 2 weeks because, long story short, got scammed by a local internet provider, and yeah, it's just that was an ordeal. Then had to wait for 2 weeks, living out here in the middle of nowhere on internet, and got the Starlink. I don't know how good it's gonna work. Dakota Moniz in the Cup Series told me that he had a buddy, or I think maybe it was Aaron. I don't know. Told me that they had a buddy that had Starlink and said it was pretty good, but I don't know. I knew I only blinked out once on Josh's end, which is a lot better than what I had before. But I really don't have a whole lot of options. I just told Josh, I was like, if it gets worse this year, I'll just, have to find something else, you know.
Yeah, and not bowing out.
Yeah, well, I would like to not, because I'm in a decent points position, even though I missed the last 2 races. But I'll be glad to join y'all back on Tuesday well, I guess not next Tuesday, but the next Tuesday at Richmond. So it'll be nice. But one thing about tonight too, I want to say, we had a lot more guys planning to run. It was like 20 something, and had a lot of guys back out the last second. It just kind of sucks because I know we all crashed out and I lost talent, and yeah, it was just kind of a shame to see. But if we would have had a bunch of cars out here, it would have been some awesome racing and some pretty good stuff. But yeah, we kind of wanted to move the time forward just for the sake of it being long, in case there was any cautions or anything like that, and didn't want to keep guys up till 12 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday.
Piece of cake. But everybody else has a job, right? Yeah. All right. Brady Moat, you say Richmond's coming up next, and you're pretty excited about this, I would assume. Right now, I know even Dylan Banks is really excited about it. What about, what's your favorite part about Richmond upcoming?
Oh, man, I just looking forward to, just looking forward to get some short track racing in. I do like short track racing. Not really the best at Richmond, but I'm just hoping to go in there, just finish solid, coming back and watching, the typicals, Dylan, Dustin, Vincent. You know, they'll all battle it out front for the lead, and it'll be a joy to watch.
Oh, yeah. I like short track racing as well. I just can't get that roll out of 4 to save my life. It seems like the outside wall's just forever out there, but man, oh man, when you're at Bristol, it's nothing. It's a mixing bowl. You just hammer down and
Oh yeah.
yeah, hit your marks, place that guy, set him up. Won't get out of your way, give him a little nudge.
Yeah, that's like 3, I'd say, for me, Pat, at Richmond, dude. Getting in there is just so awkward. Like when you're going down in the corner for me, like it's not like anywhere else we go, in my opinion. And it's just you gotta get to the bottom so early and just get off the gas so early too. And it's just I don't know.
You're expecting
and the next gen, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the next gen, you know, like everything, like even like the cookie cutter mile and a halves or whatever, you drive the hell out of it in the corner, you know, and just try to like get it as soon as you get to entry, then you kind of roll and whatever. I mean, but there it's just you got to back it up. I mean, for me, I guess, but I don't know. I wouldn't ask me, you know. I'm not gonna be one of the guys running in the top 3 on 2 Tuesdays from now. So I mean, but yeah, it's definitely a doozy. It's a driver's track for sure. It's fun. It's a heck of a lot of fun, but you definitely see, like, you know, your usual comers up there to the front. And you're Dustin. I'd say Josh too. I guess I let them out, Josh.
All right. Well, Brady, shout out time, my man.
Just shout out my wife for letting me run, you know, the full distance tonight. Well, not the full distance. I didn't make it to it, but allowing me to at least make that long run tonight.
Opportunity.
Shout out to Josh for helping me out in here. I literally last minute IndyCar. Have no clue what I'm doing at all, but it was fun, very fun. And then just shout out all these guys showing up. I really appreciate them showing up. I know the other guys had some other stuff going on, but it's good to see them show up. I'd say Brent that wrote it over at Harpoon Design. Appreciate him for always making my schemes for me, no matter what it is. Yeah, just you guys for always putting on a good broadcast. Even though, I mean, I know we only had 9 tonight, but you always put on a good show. So
try to make it interesting.
make the best of it. Yeah.
Try to make it interesting.
Oh yeah, it's probably hard, but I mean, we appreciate you for being here.
Hey, not a problem. Hey, the way I look at it, I got 29 laps to go.
Yeah, I hear
Yep.
you. I hear you.
Get
Josh
excited.
Conover's taking a late minute pit stop too here.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that works out as Conover's on his way in. Brady Moats, we'll see you at Richmond.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Bet.
All right, that's Brady Moats in the number 5, the last driver to go down for the count. I would want to note here, Stella, Mr. Banks is now mobile.
Okay. Really?
Yes, so he would actually be going back out. Uh-oh. I say
back
that,
in.
and he comes. I'm wondering if it's just too unmanageable here. He would have to complete 12 more laps to get a 4th place finish.
Oh.
And that is Jacob Malone right in front of him here,
Uh,
heading his way in the pit. Boy, this is going to be tight, though. Trying to take a peek at our guys in the positions. So you're looking for the number 1 and the number 2. Boy, Malone's got to get up to speed here.
Get.
Yeah, right now Conover's doing 220 miles an hour.
Oh my.
As Dylan Banks back out there on the track.
Wow,
Hurry.
they really have to go a long.
Look, there he is, right on him.
Wow. Oh man, that was close.
Oop.
That could have not ended well, let's just say.
All right.
What on earth? Was it just me, or did it look like he was taking a trip into the pit lane and changed his mind?
He was following Dylan Banks. Trying to get every little bit of draft that they can.
Wow.
So now Malone is chasing him down. 10 seconds in the box, half a second faster with Josh Conover. I think that's what Malone needed, was that half a second here.
fast.
That's close.
That's my.
Yeah, we got to start to see the rubber building up right in front of the tires. Ready?
Look at that. No touching.
No, they won't. Well, all right, Stella. What is the
Yes?
chance that these two guys blow each other apart?
Oh, I don't know. They're.
What happens? You know what I mean? What happens? I don't.
Jacob Gladelick wins. If they blow each other apart. Ooh, nice carbon fiber. Conover's there. Ooh, on the inside. See? That's what gets me. How do they just, I mean, I've been on the road and had this, Roush in front of me, and all of a sudden it just off. And that's kind of what that looks like. How do they just suddenly get so much speed?
Oh, just the amount of draft. There's no drag. You can just get on going. Plus you get a shift there.
Yeah. That's, look at that. It's like there's just another gear. Yeah, I can't ride like that. You're going to give me a heart attack. So Jacob Gladelick is taking it down for his 6th visit in tonight. So now he will have been in as many times as Josh Conover and Jacob Malone.
Mm. I'm not mistaken. I think they even did a practice race against each other, and this is exactly how it went at the end. It was Malone and
really?
Conover. Yeah, that's Malone trying to break the draft off Conover here.
Ah.
Look how close.
Too close.
Looks like we're running up on Jacob Gladelick here. 9.42 is his pit stop time. Gladelick right now on the lead lap unless they pass him. Noticing Malone is already sitting in 6th gear through these turns.
Okay.
Let's see if we can rotate over here to Conover. See if I can find.
We know he was shifting down in the turns to 5th.
Right.
So no money shift here, staying in the low gear and pushing it. So if they're staying in the high gear, are they trying to conserve fuel? You think they can make it to the end now? They came in at 170 for Josh Conover, 171 for Jacob Malone, and 176 for Gladelick. And you were saying we get what, 30?
Just about.
That's really close.
I'll say.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some of these guys who finish and it's like, oh yeah, I ran out of gas during the donuts. I mean, that's just too nerve-wracking for me.
Conover's off by almost half a second. Wouldn't think they'd be able to get a huge run sitting back that far, though.
Do you think he had a bad turn?
Maybe. He's lost him a tenth or so. That would kind of bite there for Conover if that just put the dagger in it. So far, he's making up the time.
For Dylan Banks to be repaired and back out there, he is still doing pretty much 41-second laps, which everyone else is doing. He's about a half a second off in inconsistent speed, but his pit crew did a heck of a job.
Yeah, steering wheel's a little bit cocked though, but he's managing.
Yeah.
Conover and Gladelick. Still trying to make it work here. 16 laps left to go in this 200-lap race at Indianapolis for the Indianapolis 500 here with the NORA Big Events team. Of course, the Simtrax Broadcasting bringing to you live here in the palm of your hand or on your TV. Definitely recommend pumping it up to 1080p. Looks good. Definitely pushing out 4K, and I don't know if Dylan Banks has smushed it. Maybe not.
Yes, maybe. Wow. Alrighty.
Stella, if I were to guess, my gut tells me this was on purpose.
Now, why would he do that?
We have secured a 4th place finish.
Oh.
He has made it past Mr. Moats.
Alrighty.
Yep. Oh, Jacob Malone. Gonna put Mr. Gladelick down a lap here. Ooh, Conover. A little loose.
Loose is fast. Loose is fast.
Yeah, until you have a weight jacker, I guess.
Loose is fast until the wall says, mine.
Kind of an interesting race here so far. Guys, I would highly recommend coming out here to the National Oval Racing Association. They do handle the occasional big events out here. This one being one of the oddballs, getting them out of the cup cars for a little while, and letting them try something a little bit new. Sometimes they race for money. This is a money race. Unfortunately, it seems to be down to the last 2 drivers out of the 9 we started with. Jacob Gladelick looks like he's pretty secure sitting there in 3rd. Now, right now, I've got Malone and Conover. 2 rookies going at it here.
And Mr. Gladelick's been on probation for weeks and weeks and weeks and has not been able to get rid of one of those probation races due to the fact that he is our outstanding cone car driver. I'm wondering whether this will count for him. It would be nice. Hint, hint, Mr. Conover.
Well, who in the world's going to be in the cone car?
Oh, he could still be in the cone car. I just, thought it'd be a nice thing to not have two probation races hanging over you when you decide not to be in the cone car. Because he's done very well tonight. No cause caution. Only one speeding penalty.
Well, you don't realize how fast these cars are moving. Oh, no!
Oh, no.
Conover, blown apart.
Oh,
That did it.
wow. Was that kind of an all by yourself sort of thing again?
Sing it. All by myself. Yep, you see him drive off the track.
Yes. And almost say that same little bump out there.
See?
Not liking it.
Somebody spilled Earl out there.
Not liking it at all.
So Jacob Malone. Actually, is I guess one driver now. And Jacob Gladelick, as soon as I say, is pretty comfortable in third.
Shush.
Is
Oh,
now going to
hey.
have the opportunity to get second here.
He's doing the happy dance. I mean, I would be. He's got a solid podium finish if he just holds on.
Wow. Well, we'll
Whoa. Wonder what let loose on that. On Conover's. I mean, just zing.
That's what they kind of, as some of them been saying. I wonder if he was making an adjustment.
Yeah, I was thinking that he wouldn't be making an adjustment at this late, date. Wouldn't you think he'd kind of have it where it was going to be?
As the track was changing, that's what Dylan Banks was saying. As the track is continuing to change and continuing to move around, you got to make adjustments as you go. And all it took was a couple clicks too far there for Banks, and around he went. So right now, Malone can just about coast on this one. He is right now. He's a lap ahead. Right now, Gladelick's got to go all the way around and get behind Malone to battle him for the lead here. So, boy, what a bummer. What a bummer. Let's see if, yeah, I feel pretty confident on this one. Let's try to go ahead and grab him while we got him here. Josh Conover, you got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to talk to an unfortunate third place finish here for your rig. Dude, what in the world happened?
I was just trying to be nice. I'll just say it honestly, kind of angry with how many people actually showed up compared to how many actually signed up. So I was just trying to be nice, put on a show for you guys and not kill him, and I just hit the apron and couldn't save it. Got too far sideways and around she went.
Okay, so it was just you're trying to make a different move out there. Is because my biggest concern out there when I was looking at the move, what Dylan Banks was saying is there was even a opportunity or some trouble out there that you guys were having to move a weight jacker around out there or something.
Yeah, so with these cars, even with the fixed setup, you can move, they call them the arm bars, the front and the rear arm bars, and then they have a weight jacker. The weight jacker is more of almost like a wedge adjustment, I think is how I was explaining it. So it's more of a finer adjustment to whereas like your arm bars are more of like the major swing. So we were moving the weight jacker up and down depending on, how we were feeling, and I felt great. That's kind of why I made the move. And then, like I said, I just got on the apron trying to give him room and not kill us both. So then there was only one car running, and like I said, just got too far sideways and ran out of talent.
Man, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. And we saw an overhead view, and it looked like that left side got almost down into the grass. As you guys were definitely toying around out there. You guys were the two closest all race. Oddly enough, I've got to say, I know it's not a team race thing, but this is the first time I think I've seen just about all of Flatline get eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, not Brady's fault, but we were working together all race, and then I don't know if he kind of lost focus for a second or what, but we were swapping the lead back and forth, trying to get away from Jacob and the rest of the guys, and he kind of entered a little higher than I thought he was. And this is actually worse dirty air than the Cup car, I think, sometimes. And it just got super tight, and I hit the wall, and it didn't have any fixable damage, but I had some suspension damage, so that was kind of put a halt on things for the rest of the night for me, at least.
Well, you were still a contender up there even after that. It was we were in car with you and people just going rounds and rounds, and I mean that's hair raising.
Oh yeah, and like Jacob was even saying there, it's like, oh, like you're here, like if you can get there, like you're good. And I even told him, I was like, I was driving the hardest I think I ever have anything, just to keep up and be somewhat relative to where it was like earlier in the race, like I said with Brady, I could kind of run like 90% and still be there, just because, like I said, there was no damage and everything just ran smooth. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, we had over double the car count, of people signing up, and like I said, everybody either was like, oh, I forgot it was tonight, or oh, I'm taking the week off, or just different reasonings for not making it. So I mean, it is what it is. I've always been one to say, real life comes first, but it's just disappointing. Like I said, we have just about 20 or so actually sign up, and then we have 9 show up and 2 running to finish the race. So it's just a little frustrating, to be honest, but hopefully it was a decent show to watch while we were all out there still running.
Yeah, well, we've got 2 laps to go, so you tune in, watch hard. I think this might be the final lap, Patrick.
Nope, not yet. White flag next time by. All right, Josh, appreciate you running, buddy, and hopefully we'll see you here in a couple of weeks in Richmond.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Sorry, it was a down night.
That's all right. We did a few different things tonight. We tested some things, so everything looks good. We'll make it work.
Sweet.
All right.
Always make it work.
Yeah, well, we try. All right, Jacob Malone still in the lead. Looks like Jacob Gladelick is going to be a lap down heading into this one. As he comes across the line. And white flag this time by. Jacob Gladelick would love to finish at least on the lead lap here. But that's just about all he's going to get. What a great job here by Jacob Malone. And Banks called it. I was having a good feeling that Malone was going to be our winner here. But not like this.
Yeah, well, I have to pat myself just a tiny bit, because I did call it right from the beginning after his beautiful showing last week here at the same track.
Yep.
That
here he comes to the finish line. So this is going to do it there, and the winner of the race is going to be Jacob Malone. Takes it away at the Indianapolis 500 here. And now contact there with Gladelick.
silly. I was gonna say, let's keep your car. So these do donuts, don't they?
Yes.
Okay. Keep your car together long enough to do some donuts. Oh Lord. Okay, or giant S turns.
Awesome job here. Awesome job. Jacob Gladelick looking to finish the lap. Let him go by, so all he's got to do is just get past the line, and that'll do it. There it is.
All right.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Bet you didn't expect that one.
There we go. Burn some rubber.
All right. All right, I think our second place finisher has squirted out of here. Probably late for
Yeah.
him. Hopefully we'll be able to catch. Uh-oh, here he comes.
Saw that little
Another-
puff. I thought he blew his engine.
No, not quite.
Oh,
Not
good.
quite, but we'll go ahead and talk to our race winner here. Have Jacob Malone. Jacob, you got a coffee?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. How many wins is this so far at Indy?
That's 3 for 3 at Indy.
My
Nice.
God. Fantastic, dude. Obviously, you know kind of the winning setup here and what you got to do to make it. What's the key? I mean, guys have been messing around with this weight jacker thing that I learned about tonight. How much were you messing around with it?
It never stayed the same for more than a lap. It changed
My
24/7.
goodness.
Every corner was probably changing. It was a lot though. Back and forth, dirty air, clean air. Just trying to find grip.
Man, trying to find grip. Was the track getting tight? Tighter and tighter as it went here tonight.
It went from loose, tight, loose, tight, loose, tight. It never made up its mind where it wanted to end up at, so it was just kind of hoping for the best.
So you had a nice challenge.
Yep. It was more of a challenge of survival and lasting to the finish.
Man,
Endurance race.
yeah, and you kind of wonder, what other things could have gone, well, not wrong, but, everybody kind of getting smoked out, blown to bits. How in the world did you survive all the way here to the end? I mean, it was just luck of the draw? Was it an easy one? I mean, what are we talking about here?
It was hard. I hit the wall a couple times. I had some damage, but not nearly as much as Josh. I didn't hit it hard enough. I didn't, and then for instance, Jacob, who had the least amount of damage, he ended up making a mistake on pit road, which put him a lap behind. So it was just no mistakes on pit road. So I definitely was slower on pit road, but I was not gonna speed. That was the one thing I wasn't gonna do. It worked out for me, and I'm sitting in victory lane now because of it.
All right, you get the Indy sweep. We head to Richmond next. Yep, back in the Cup cars. Confidence level heading to the short track.
Yeah, no. I'm not good at Bristol. I'll be completely honest.
But we're going to be at Richmond.
Oh, we're at Richmond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was at Bristol. Man, I'm lost. Richmond, I'm decent at Richmond.
There
Depends.
you go.
I kind of just want to be super aggressive, just see what I can do. But who knows?
Ooh.
We'll see what happens.
We'll be watching.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, and
Richmond,
by the
Michigan,
way-
made Daytona. Oof.
Dylan out there says
You did
doing
no.
donuts on the bricks is a no-no.
I didn't get to do a burnout last my Indy win last time. So I wanted to celebrate it to the utmost. And you know
Ah.
what? I think I won here 3 times. I should be allowed to burn it down on the bricks.
Oh, you can burn it down to the bricks, but the 1909 bricks on the finish line is sacred.
Aw.
Yeah, it's iRacing.
He's telling him, kiss my rubber. Man, excellent
Yeah.
job. Jacob
so.
Malone, shout out time, my man.
My parents, Josh for putting on this event. I know that not a lot of people showed up, but I still had a lot of fun. You guys for live streaming this great, fun race, and just having fun. I want to shout everyone out. People watching it, just good fun.
All right, man. Congratulations on another win. You get the trifecta here tonight, and definitely, hopefully this continues on for you into the following week. Jacob Malone, our winner here of the Indianapolis 500. See you next time, brother.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right, Stella, that's going to do it for us tonight. Wow. Spread apart a little bit. Like they said, the car count wasn't quite what we had hoped, but that's okay. Guys, keep in mind, sign up for the NORA big events. They are definitely trying to rope some more people in. Make it a little dicier, and you can see what they've got in store next. But speaking of next, Stella, with the National Oval Races Association, we go to Richmond. Short track, I mean, I don't know about you. That's going to be wild. It's going to be a great race. I believe it's over 200 laps, 240 laps. And then,
Holy mackerel.
and not only that, tomorrow, we enter into the next round of the playoffs of the Bandit Racing League. So, guys, don't go away. I'm sure there's plenty more to go on. Keep an eye out for the next stream, as we're going to be ready, live and ready to go. I'm super excited to see what we've all got going on, especially out there with Bill Harkins, Kevin Foster, and all those guys getting ready for race number 1, round 2 at the next track. Stella, any final words?
Yeah, that should be Las Vegas. So short tracks abound. All right. Yeah, this was good. This was my very first time with the open wheel, and I could do that again.
Yes. All right, guys. Until next time, be well, be safe, be kind. We'll see all you next time.